Good morning on this beautiful Sunday, everybody. It's a beautiful day, regardless of what the weather's doing, wherever you are in the world. It's a beautiful day because you have joined me, and I thank you for that. For those that are new subscribers to this channel, huge welcome, huge welcome. And those that have been with me all along, I am so grateful for your support and love to all of you. Now, the idea of this reading is that I do a reading once a week where I shuffle and pull a card from my Namaste deck. They all have a blessing on the back, beautiful drawings, artworks on the front, and then I use 3 oracle cards to delve further into the message for that particular blessing. Now, the idea, if you look at some of the older videos, I did verbally date them for a particular week, saying that that was the message for this week. But what I have found is that the messages are timeless. And this is what Meister has told me, that he just wants me to put the messages out there. You'll notice that each reading comes with a photograph of the particular reading of blessing card of that week. And the idea is to scroll through, and if you see an image and a title that appeals to you, that is the message that you are supposed to hear at this stage. So please explore, enjoy, and thank you for joining me on the journey. Now, I do know that I could zip through these readings a little quicker if I pre-shuffle, but I do like for you to join me on this particular journey. So welcome to my spirit guides and all who come with them. Guide us with your light. Protect us with your light and guide us with your messages. Meister, 1 card, please. 1 card for the message for this week, for the eternal message that you need us to hear. 1 card, please. Sometimes the same card comes up. Even in week after week, the same card comes up, which means it is a message we do need to hear at that time. That was me lousily shuffling. A message that we do need to hear at that time. But it is always lovely to get a new message to delve into. So 1 card, please, Master. 1 card for the message that we need at this time. 1 card, please, Master. Okay. Oh, okay. Right, I think I've had this one recently, looking at the picture, but I'll look back. Once I've done a reading, I tend to forget what the reading was about. So, because I'm not putting the reading out there, my guides are putting the reading out, so I'm just channeling it for them. But what we've got here, we've got this beautiful, colourful, intense card. Your feelings are surfacing in order to be healed. Have faith and know that you are safe. Trust the current waves of emotion shall become a sea of tranquility, full of love and blessing. So I'll just hold this up so that you can pause and read it for yourself if you wish. Your feelings are surfacing in order to be healed. Have faith and know that you are safe. You are safe in the light of the universe. Trust that the current waves of emotion shall pass and become a sea of tranquility. Okay, first of all, I'll draw 3 from my Australian wildflowers. Then I shall draw 3 from my Nature's Whispers cards. And then I shall draw 3 from my Cosmic Oracle. I'm still getting used to having a microphone on the table, so I apologise for that. Okay, Meister, for this tranquility, for the tranquility feeling surfacing to be healed. There is so much wounded in the world at the moment. Just seems to be perpetual, one location after another. or just whichever is getting the most attention at any particular time. But the world needs to be healed. We need to be healed. We need to look at the positive in any situation. Not a political reading, so I won't go down that path. Yes, Meister. He's telling me to say it, but okay. Looking at a positive in any situation. An example is the Trumpism years, the lead up to the election in 2016, 4 years of Trump, and what is going on afterwards. Now, was a ghastly time even from a different country, even looking in from elsewhere and not being affected. But what I have always seen is that period in time was necessary. It was necessary for that person to come to that role so that the murky underbelly can be exposed, it can be dealt with, because while it is not in the light, it cannot be dealt with, and that this time will pass and the purpose for that period will be evident. Now, whether that's stronger laws, anti-corruption laws, anti-gerrymandering, independent commissions that are not politically based, etc., etc., etc. And there is a lot going on in the world that is ghastly, but is in the same is a challenge, but is in the same vein of looking at what's going on in Europe, considering how easily Crimea and Belarus were taken. There needed to be something that occurred that basically said it's not acceptable, this is not okay, and the unity of the rest of the world coming together to face that challenge has been phenomenal. Probably not as much as Ukraine would like, but there are implications that need to be considered. So wish we didn't have to do this to learn our lessons, but apparently we do at this stage. So 3 cards, please, Meister. Sorry about the little soapbox lecture there. 3 cards, please, Meister. 3 cards from the wildflowers. 3 cards, please, Meister. 3 cards in regards to this message of healing. They're very big cards, so they're a little tricky to shuffle. 3 cards, please, Meister. 3 cards. Oh, yeah, there we go. Success. Oh, that's interesting as the first card. Your feelings are surfacing in order to be healed. Interesting first card. Success. Faith. These are all Australian wildflowers. This is the grey spider flower. We have some fabulous wildflowers in Australia. And the Geraldton wax. Assertiveness. Right, well, they don't quite make sense yet, so we'll just see what the next layer down brings us. So 3 cards, please, Meister, in the Nature's Whispers Oracle cards. 3 cards, please, Meister. 3 cards, please, Meister. 3 cards. 3 Oracle Whispers, Nature's Whispers cards, please. 3 cards. 3 cards to clarify what the message is that you are bringing to us today. If I have a particular card more than once, you will find yourself drawn to one or the other readings, so feel free to watch both, but there will be one that particularly speaks to you at that time. So if you hover your mouse over it and you can sense that that's the one for you, then that's the one for you at this time. 3 cards, please, Master. 3 cards to clarify today's blessing. Right. Okay, underneath success, ooh, let love be your beacon. Underneath faith, we have fresh approach. Like that one. Try something new. And under assertiveness, we have infinite blessings. Okay, let's see. Just to round them out and then read them all as a whole. Read the story that they're trying to tell us. Cosmic Oracle cards. Please, Master. Please, Master. 3 cards to tell the story that you're trying to get across today. 3 cards, please. 3 cards just to round out the message that you need us to know today. 3 cards, please, Master. 3 cards. 3 cards. 3 cards, please. Okay. Okay, under success, let love be your beacon, I have heart, emotion, and intuition. Under faith and fresh approach, we have the star, blessings, inspiration, time to shine with your fresh approach. Under assertiveness and infinite blessing, we have, this came up the other day, peace, harmony, and contentment. Okay, let's have a little bit of a look down here at these cards. So what I do is I like to take one column at a time and read the story. I'm really drawn to the orange in these two cards, which is your chakra. It's not your base, it's not your is your sacral chakra. It's your gut intuition chakra. Not very big or not very over them, but what we've got here is we've got success, let love be your beacon, heart, emotions, and intuition. Faith, fresh approach, blessings, inspiration, and time to shine. So what I'm seeing here is that in your gut you know the right path that you need to take. This is about being true to yourself, letting the feelings surface in order to be healed, having faith and knowing that you're safe, and trust the current wave of emotions will become a sea of tranquility. And this is about being true to your gut emotions, which will, once you can tap into those, this is your success. Sorry, I'll bring this up instead of waffling down there. Being able to tap into, that feeling you get when something's going really well and you feel that joy and thrill in your stomach. This is what I'm talking about here, is connecting with that that emotion. And when something's not right, you get that terrible deep sinking feeling. This is about connecting with that particular emotion in you, and out of that will come your success in healing the feelings that you may have been pushing down, submerging, and trusting that the emotions that bringing forth those feelings will subside when they are brought to the light. And I wonder if that's why Master wanted me to tell that story earlier, about bringing to the light those feelings so that they can be acknowledged. You don't have to wear them, you don't have to carry them with you anymore, but you need to bring them to the light so that you can acknowledge them and then let them go. Even if you do a mental exercise like putting it down by the side of the road, or tossing it out to sea, or whatever you feel is appropriate for that, burying it in the garden. But it's about acknowledging that feeling, not wearing it, not immersing into it, just seeing it for what it is and letting it go. And that will be your success. And that success is brought about by letting love be your beacon. The positivity, the light and love, the emotion of lightness, the feeling that this is what is meant to be, and you will know what is meant to be. And by doing that, you are engaging your heart as well as your gut, your heart, but your intuition, your emotions and your intuition. Acknowledge them. They are real. They are justified. They are purposeful. But acknowledge them, and then you can let them go. So the next line we have is we have faith with the wildflower card. Faith, but it's also asking you to look at a fresh approach in regards to the acknowledgement of this faith. Have you been blindly following something that you feel you ought to, or you've always done it this way, and you just need to, as part of following on from that first line, is to just reassess, look at it from a different view, take a fresh approach to how you view that. And this is your time to shine with your blessings and inspiration. So by looking at things in a different way, everything that you think of is correct. Every thought that you don't tamp something down and say, oh, no, I can't possibly do that, or it's not right, or it won't be approved, or whatever. By looking at a fresh approach with your faith and taking inspiration of what feels right for you, it will be your time to shine. And this is the Star of Hope as well. It will be your time to shine. We also have assertiveness. Now, looking at things in a different way and putting down what is not working for you, picking up what you feel right at your core you've wanted to do and is right for you, can be extremely difficult. Now, this assertiveness is not necessarily towards somebody else. It may be that you need to be assertive towards yourself, to acknowledge that it's okay. It's okay to feel like this. It's okay to want to follow a path that previously you felt wasn't open to you, to pursue a dream, to pick up a hobby. Again, a little anecdotal story is I'm in my mid-50s. Oh, an Australian sun's harsh on the skin, I know that. We're also not real big on worrying about hair and makeup. We're a bit laid back in this country. But I'm in my mid-50s. I have been spiritual my entire life, but really until mid-last year, so we're talking 9 months. I have read tarot for myself for the last 30 years, but I have been in denial about my spirituality. I have not been open to it. It was not discussed, it was frowned upon, it was not acceptable. When I was younger, it was seen as crazy. And then as I got older, relationships and mortgages and family, etc., all get in the way. So it's really not until 9 months ago that I stepped up to the plate. I stepped up to the challenge that I was given to... for some reason I thought I had a challenge card there, but I don't. I stepped up to the challenge that I was given to actually be truthful and honest with myself. And as soon as I booked into the workshop, my gut sensation was, this is what I need to do, this is right for me. Scary as heck, especially with some family members, but you open up and you find out that other family members are so embracing of it. With friends, most of them, they're not disapproving, they're curious. They may not be spiritual, but they're curious. So scary as all crumbs to start a YouTube channel, oh my God, and put myself out there to strangers. But by being assertive with myself, trusting my gut instinct that this is what I really needed to do, here I am, and loving it. So we've got assertiveness and infinite blessing. So if you follow that path, infinite blessing, if you follow that path that you really feel you are drawn to, and that you have been assertive to yourself, you've looked at your faith from a fresh approach, and being true to who you are in your base core, you will receive this infinite blessing and peace and harmony and contentment. And I really can't emphasize that enough, in that it is through doing this process that I have personally found peace with who I am, and I like who I am. Might be a bit crazy at times, but like who I am. And I feel like I'm doing what I was actually meant to do, what my life contract was supposed to be about, is to actually share this experience with others. Now, you'll notice I never ask for money, I don't ask for donations. I'm not doing this for financial reasons, I'm doing this because it is what I was meant to do. And obviously there are people that I need to connect with and also be part of on the planetary stage. So yes, go for it. Now I'm just going to read this over again, and having followed that story, you might hear these words in a slightly different way. But your feelings are surfacing in order to be healed. They need to come to the surface so that you can acknowledge and put them aside and examine your true self. Have faith and know that you are safe. The path that you are meant to be on is the path that you are meant to be on. You will be safe. If this is the path for you, you will be safe. Trust the current waves of emotion shall become a sea of tranquility, full of love and blessing. So it's difficult. No one ever said it was easy. It is difficult, and there is a great fear of being judged and being criticised and potentially scorned, but have faith that that shall pass as you find your true path, and those feelings, if it's your true path and you feel in your gut and in your heart that this is what you are meant to be doing, those fears that you have will subside and basically become nothing. They will become a sea of tranquility, full of love and blessing and peace and harmony and contentment, and the star of hope within your heart, emotions and intuitions. Now I'm just going to read, so thank you for joining me for that. I am going to read one oracle card. I bought this deck the other day, went into the shop. I felt like I needed another oracle deck. I'd been looking online and I can't really get the feel online. Walked into the shop and this one just basically said, pick me, as they do. So I'm just going to draw one card from that. I'm not totally familiar with it. It is new to me, this deck. But to see what message it has for us, just to finish up today. So please, Master, one final message. Master, one final message for us today from the light, your light, work your light oracle cards. One final message today, please, Master. From these usually don't go quite so long, so I do apologise for that today. Work your light. Please, Master, one card, just to finish up today with. One card to finish up the message you had for us. One card, please, Master, one card. Ooh, he was quite determined that this was the card. Oh, okay. Perfect. Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. Exactly sums up what we talked about today. When you are true to yourself, you change at a cellular level and transform into whom you were meant to be. So thank you, Master. That was fabulous. And thank you for joining me. Oh, base, deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be whole, be held. Be true to yourself, love who you are, and then you have it to give to others. So thank you for joining me. I hope you got something out of that message today. It was pretty powerful. And love you all. Take care. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Look after yourselves. Bye-bye.